What's up, you guys? Welcome to my workout. This is my actual workout. So that being the case, it is not meant to be a tutorial nor instructional. I'm just sharing with you what my workouts look like, how I structure them. Today, well, all my workouts, I call them workouts, but they're actually, I consider them more a practice of skill, where I'll just see how much I can develop a given movement or skill or task in a 20 or maybe 30 minutes time. Okay, so what I'm doing here is an adaptation from some things I learned from Landmine University and working with the Landmine strength training system. If you haven't done that, I can't recommend it enough, and I have no affiliation with them other than they taught me a lot of great things that have helped me and my clients a lot, and I know they'll do the same thing for you. So shout out to Alex Canellis and my coach Junior Leoso. Thank you guys so much. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. I'm still kind of new to this myself, as I am the Landmine technique. So I'm still kind of building this up. This is what you don't see on Instagram. I'm gonna be making a lot of mistakes. I'm gonna be fumbling. I'm gonna get my feet mixed up, and I want to be real with you guys. This is how. This is the behind the scenes on all that stuff that I post on Instagram and social media, all that cherry-picked perfect looking stuff, but there's a lot of crap that goes on in the background. So all right, let's do this. Here we go. Make sure I started the camera. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so as a lot of you know, my knees, they are not what they used to be, and this is going to put them to the test. But that's why the bar I'm using is 5 feet long. It's made of aluminum, so it's only 15 pounds. I like to start everything really light. Here we go. Try to go heel to toe. I'm going to open up the right side oblique compartment. Let the bar guide me down. I'm a little more limited in my right shoulder overhead. Had an old surgery from the 80s here that kind of affects me a little bit, but okay. So 15 pounds. My warm-up, I didn't do any cardio or stretching or foam rolling before I started rolling here. My warm-up is always a light version of whatever it is I'm doing. So 15 pounds, 1 rep, just to kind of get my footwork down. We're going to put a little weight on the bar. The lighter at this first rep without any weight, that's actually kind of more difficult than when there's a little weight to guide on. So hopefully we can get these looking a little better. I always like to start at the top. I find I believe this is called my landmark. Sorry, Alex and Junior, if that's wrong, but so I'm just here. That opens up my left side oblique compartment. I'm gonna follow the weight down. Make sure it's in neutral. It's just hanging here. All right. Okay, one more time here. My left knee doesn't really like this position, but so I'll find my landmark, which opens up my right oblique compartment. Put that on the outside, make sure that's neutrally hanging. Okay, let's do one more on each side with this weight. 25 pounds. Once again, I'm going to find my right side landmark, which which opens up my left side oblique compartment. I'm feeling, I want to feel like this is being stretched as I really hang this outside my right foot. Okay. Once again, heel to toe. Oh boy. That's the stuff I don't show you guys, but that's the stuff you should see. So that obviously didn't go too well. So we're gonna do that again. Glad the bar didn't weigh more. All right, finding my left side landmark. Hanging outside. Right side obliques are loaded. Mistakes are good. I learn more from a repetition that I fail than a repetition that just goes perfectly smooth and fine. So it never bums me out when I screwed up. That goes no matter what exercise. Mistakes and shakes are good. What I mean by shakes is when the muscles are shaking, not from pain, but from confusion or unfamiliarity with what you're doing. Shaking is also good. The more you shake when you're practicing, the less you'll shake when it matters. All right, let's just go one more time on this side, and then we'll add some weight. Right side landmark. Also the lat. I want to feel my lat, the fascia in my lat, all the way into the left side lateral compartment being stretched. So, yeah, this feels like my better side. That's why I like to do unilateral exercises, especially kind of more complex ones like this, because they reveal the asymmetry in between my left and right and front and back quadrants. And the more symmetrical the strength and length of the sides of your body and the front and backs of your body are, the more evenly gravity will enter your system, and the more evenly that gravity will be spread into your system, and that results in much less wear and tear on the joints and their tendons and ligaments. Okay, so I've added 20 pounds to the 15-pound bar. So what is that? 35 pounds. Okay. Right side landmark. Already losing my balance. Also making sure that the balance of this bar is as perfect as it can be, because if this is imbalanced at rest, when I accelerate it, I'm gonna pay for that. So this arm is neutral. All right, here we go. Okay. Taking a break here. That's another thing. I don't want to get too tired. It doesn't look like there's but for me, I don't know. These are taxing, so I want to make sure that because it's a skill, I find it very hard for me to build skill in a state of fatigue. So I make sure that I am redundantly fresh before I go into the next repetition. Okay. Left side landmark, loading into the fascia of my lats and my left side obliques. Arm is neutral, bar's a little off balance, finding that balance point. Big breath. I'm right-handed, but hanging the bar outside my left side, I have some left knee issues that I'm reminded of when I load outside here. So right side is feeling good, but I got to push out of the left side in a way that I can distribute the force entering my knee over a larger surface area so I don't roll over any hot spots. Okay, left side wasn't that great. We're going to do one more time on the left side. All right, left side landmark creates the space on the right side. Okay. Still a little shaky, but let's move on. Adding 10 pounds to the bar. So I guess we're at 45 pounds. So this would be the weight of an empty Olympic barbell. But at least for me, that's we're starting to get up there. Okay. Now I'm also, because my left, or bringing the arm from my right side or on my right side, seems to be the more difficult side to work with. I'm going to prioritize my energy resources by starting this first set on the side that actually needs them. So let's go one more time here. Okay, for those of you with a keen eye, you might also notice I have an overhead restriction on the right side. Not making excuses, but before there was arthroscopic surgery, I had a Bristol procedure here on my right shoulder. So I've got a little hardware, some stainless steel in that shoulder, and sometimes it affects my overhead mobility. I'm not making excuses, but in case you guys were wondering, that's what's going on. Okay. Left side. Once again, right side landmark. Loading my lat fascia, lateral core compartment, obliques. All right. I'm going to go one more time. 45 pounds, right hand. So I'm just gonna let you guys know what's going on. Right around here, lateral aspect of the knee is not happy with that. As I'm pushing out, it's tentative, which is affecting my acceleration. I mean, the obliques are strong, but I need to have a coordinated segue from this into this. And there seems to be a gap somewhere in there. So let's see if we can polish that out a little bit. Left side landmark. Whew. Okay. All right. That wasn't fantastic, but I do want to test a little more weight, so let's move on. So right now my cardio is not taxed. I'm not hitting any anaerobic thresholds, but there's a lot of things going on here in terms of my balance and having to stabilize the landings of this movement at high velocity. So I don't normally use those components that often as an older athlete. If I don't cultivate them, they tend to fade quickly, and that affects a lot of other things I do, not in the weight room or with my training, but just in everyday life, like not tripping and falling down the stairs and stuff like that. Okay. Oh shit, let's do the bad news first. Prioritize the side that is weaker, not weaker, is learning. Okay. Once again, it's important that this bar not helicopter. It has to be, I need to be able to hold it outside myself in a way that it is very front to back. Okay, here we go. All right. And that's about what it looks like on right arm. Let's see how the left arm's doing. If I'm being honest with you, as I was coming up, left knee wasn't having it. It bailed, and I lost it. But that's okay. All right, here we go. Right side coil, opening up left side, loading that into the latissimus. Left side obliques. That was okay. Okay, I'm going to go one more time with the bar in my right hand. We're going to see if my left knee can redeem itself, and if it can't, that's okay. Like I said, every time I falter or fail on a lift, I learn more and get more from that rep than I do the ones that go well. So it's always good. You get what you get and you don't get upset. All right, here we go. See if I can put this a little bit, keep my knee tight. See if we can get the jerk anyway. Okay, ugly, but better. Once again, anything that's one-armed has built into it a lateral core component. That's why most of the exercises that I do and that you see me post tend to be either single arm or very asymmetrically loaded, because I don't do sit-ups, crunches. I do a few leg raises, but I don't work my abs. My core training is built into every exercise I do. That's why they all tend to be full body in general. Okay. I'm gonna go on the right side. I mean, left arm, right side. Actually, I said part of the development of the skill comes from adding the weight. I don't add weight for the sake of adding weight. It has to in some way demand more skill on with the bell in my left hand. I feel like I can challenge this. This is probably as heavy as I'll go. But we'll see. All right. This is the fun part, because on these attempts, I make mistakes. Hopefully they don't hurt too much. All right, here we go. Got to find that balance point first. Make sure the bar is perfectly balanced. Loading into my left side lats and obliques. Getting down so I have time to okay. Damn, that was ugly, but all right, we got it. Now, I'm not trying to be negative, but the chances of me doing this with the bell in my right hand off of this knee are suspect. So, but let me just see if I can start the bar, and we'll see what happens from there. Yeah. Okay. So, I know that looked like a pretty half-hearted attempt, but with this kind of lift, one of the ways you stay injury-free is by being very aware of the various cues that would indicate that going farther than that listening to those cues and not trying to let the ego go in. Yeah, that would look really good for Instagram if I could have made that. That's not what it's about. So I'm gonna bring it back to 55, and let's see if I can get a better rep on the right arm with 55. And then it might be time to go in. Because once again, I don't ever get real tired on any of the workouts, or as I prefer to call them, practice sessions that I do. I just practice developing a skill for a few minutes, and then I go inside to recover, and I can do it again the next day on a different skill. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Okay, here we go. Starting from the top, making sure this bar is balanced. Right side landmark, loading down deep. Okay. Anyway, thanks for being here. Much aloha.